Hi, I'm Ruth Beuzis, and this is my husband, Jim. We've been married 28 years, and we've gone to Plymouth Covenant for 25 years now. 5 years ago, I took a study on Song of Songs with Tiffany Felty, and during that study, it just woke me up to this realization that God wanted more intimacy for me in my marriage bed and more intimacy with Him. During that time, I remember some of the lowest points when I woke up in the middle of the night and I was upset with my husband, and I was out shoveling snow, 3 feet of snow, and just suddenly realizing that I was singing worship songs to myself, and this realization that my husband couldn't meet all of my needs, but God could. You know, my husband and I have been blessed to have just a wonderful marriage. But in many ways, it was a safe marriage, and we didn't talk about hard things. We didn't talk about sex. And so when this journey for intimacy began, it wasn't all easy. We had to talk about hard things. We began praying together. We began reading the Bible together, and we began working on sex. And for a lot of us women, sex is not easy, whether it's dealing with emotional baggage from our past or even just physical responsiveness. I began realizing different baggage that I had allowed to affect me in my marriage bed and things that I'd never shared with my husband. And so we began praying over those things, and I began receiving healing and forgiveness and repenting to my husband for bringing some of these things into our marriage bed to allow it to affect us. It's funny, we always think of sex as this physical thing for men, and yet we had been at this place where I allowed my hormones to determine when we had sex. And sex is not just a physical thing. It is so much more than that. It makes us into one. Sometimes when we're not on the same page, all of a sudden we understand each other in a new way. And it is this lifelong journey of getting to know each other. I realized after going through this myself that I needed to share this with other women, and felt like God was calling me to share this with other women. And so I put a curriculum together based on my journey, and emailed 9 close friends and asked them if they would join me in this porch for a class, because I felt like I was supposed to share this journey with other people. And so they came to class, and I was nervous as could be, but by the 3rd week, as they were leaving quietly by the door, they would just tell me, "You can't imagine how this has changed my marriage and how my relationship with my husband has changed." And so it has been almost 4 years now of teaching women and over 300 women, and it has been an amazing privilege to walk side by side with women as they go on this journey of realizing how much God desires for them to be intimate with their husband and to be intimate with God.